Hello everybody, today I am playing the greatest game ever made, 5 Nights at Wario's Deluxe. I don't know if it's going to be the greatest game of all time, but I just randomly scrolled through game jolks. If you know, I just completed my previous 5 Nights at Freddy's fan game that I was working on completing, and I seen this thing that said 5 Nights at Wario's Deluxe. I was like, wow, that's a fan game that I might have to check out. Like a fan game of a fan game that I might have to check out. And then I clicked on it and I seen the creator. And I was like, holy cow. It's legit. So, getting into this. 5 Nights at Wario's Deluxe. This is 100% real. Achievements. Yeah, I imagine they'd be the same. I don't expect any new content from this. I expect it to be like 5 Nights at Candy's Remastered, where it's literally the original game, but better. That's what I imagine this is going to be like. Settings. What does this do? So, when it's on, it smooths out the edges. When it's off, it makes them appear a lot more sharp. I'll stick with it on, because I think it looks good. Okay. Yeah, this should be good. So, I am so excited to play this game. Let's play. There's Wario and Waluigi. There once was a man named Wario who worked along with a friend of his at Wario's own fast food factory. One day, however, the two men went missing, and they were never found. Since that day, the factory has been closed due to people thinking the factory was cursed. 7 years later, the government decided to reopen the factory and start the production again. One man has gotten a job as a guard during the night. And that man is me. Let's go. How good does it look? I just want to see it.
Hello? Mr. McRoy, is it? I'll call you Richard, if that's okay with you. I'd like to welcome you to Wario's fast food factory, Richard. Oh, I'm James, by the way. Nothing special about me that you need to know, really. I like to code video games as a hobby. Although I'm unsure if I'm really good at coding video games, at least I love doing it, you know? And I've always wanted to be part of something big. Something that affects people, you know? I hope I can put my video game coding to good use one day. But I was fortunate to be one of the minds behind the reopening of this factory here. That's something I'm very happy about. But anyway, enough about me. Welcome to Wario's Fast Food Factory, a place with a dark past and a bright future, as we like to say. It's back in business, much thanks to your father, in fact, who invested so much and really kickstarted this entire reopening. The original owner, Wario, hence the name Wario, of course, he died 7 years ago, you see, back in 2007. Tragic stuff. This factory closed off then following that tragic event, as you may know, but now it's back in business. It grew popular due to a unique secret recipe for fast food that Wario used, so you bet we're using the very same one. Now you've been hired as a night guard in the factory. The job is quite simple. Be glad you're not here during the day shift, I tell you, where all the machines have to be operated and all that stuff. All you really have to do is to keep an eye on things. It sounds vague, I know, but it's not that much more to it, really. You're currently sitting in the main office of the factory, and seeing as the place hasn't been used for many years, we cannot know for sure just how functional the old machinery is yet. Has everything remained intact? It's hard to say. That's why you need to remain in your office and watch over the factory, using some brand new security cameras we've installed. Straight from Secure Incorporated. Just open up the pad you've been given and have a look around. Just make sure everything looks okay, pretty much. You only have so much power at your disposal at night, however. Try not to use all of it. Having that camera pad open drains some of that power, but even worse is the door to your left and the control room window to your right. As you have probably seen, we have installed some buttons you can use for each one of them. The red buttons will bring down strong metallic doors, and the white buttons will trigger lights in the respective doorways. Keeping these doors down drain quite a lot of power, as do having the door lights active. Please, only use these when you need to. When would you need to, you might wonder? Well, there have been rumors going around for years that this recipe that Wario was using, and that we are using now, was quite interesting to money-hungry thieves back in the day when the factory was up and running. So the doors, the lights, it's just for safety, really. Mandatory precautions, that's all. No worries. Just keep an eye on the camera pad, yeah? Otherwise, you should be good, I think, yeah? We are very excited for this new era of the Wario's brand. So, have a good night, Richard, and I'll give you a call tomorrow.
Okay. I saved my thoughts till after he was done talking because I didn't want to talk while he was talking. I think this game looks amazing. I am very proud that this game even came out. And this is different. Like when you use the lights, it is anyway, because lights use so much power in this game, in the original game. Like the strategy for 520 in the original game, I remember, there's Wario and Waluigi, is you just do not use the lights. Literally, that's the last thing you want to do. But I'm pretty sure that this is going to be like the same gameplay as the original. At least I would think so. So I think I can just use the 520 strategy and easily make it through night 1 through 5, no problem. But you never know. It could be different. I don't think it will be. But I think this is going to be a great game. I'm so excited to get more into this game. Honestly, I don't think I have to check the right side because Princess Peach and Luigi aren't even there. So I think I can get away with just checking this camera right here. Probably. Nope. Well, Luigi's on the right. Is that different? Did he do that before? I don't think he could do that before. Yeah, he definitely, I don't think he could do that before. Alright, so I'm glad I was checking the right side, or else I would have been screwed, because I wouldn't have known Waluigi could come down that way. I'm like 90% certain that that is not how the original game works, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. That's how it works now. I'm actually just impressed that it's different mechanics wise, if it is different. It's been a while since I played this on the channel. Just making sure he's there. I'm not even checking the right camera. I was checking cam 1 when I should have been checking cam 9. I'm mad chilling on power. I'm at 140 at 3 a.m. And of course, I mean, I'm sure you expected this of me, but I am going to beat 520 in this game. And get all achievements, which just comes naturally, probably, from beating 520. Except for maybe running out of power and making it to 6 a.m. I might have to do something weird to do that achievement. Like just put Mario at 1 and just drain my power until it's almost 6 a.m. something like that. I'm hearing crap on my left ear. I don't know what that means. I'm checking the light. Mistake. I seen him. I don't see him. Okay. Checking this light too. I'm a little bit nervous seeing that. I feel like Waluigi couldn't go down the right side before, so I don't know what's gonna be different now. Again, maybe he could do that before, and I'm just misremembering. But I remember Princess Peach and Luigi going down the right, and Wario and Waluigi both going down the left. I might be able to shut both doors and just be fine. Just maybe. 5 a.m. Okay, I was trying to do that where I made it to 5 a.m. with more than 50% power left. I mean 100%, but 100 is 50% in this game. Because in Five Nights at Wario's you get 200 power. But the power drains quicker. Is it possible for Wario or Waluigi to be in one of the cameras right next to the door and then move away from the door? Because if so, that could be a problem for early nights. Not higher nights, because they would just move at the door anyway. But for earlier nights, if they move backwards, that might be a little bit hard to counteract. I'm gonna go as if that can't happen. But I do see Waluigi. He's in the corner of cam 9. 6 a.m. Is that different music too? I don't remember that music, but I don't know. It's been a while since I played Five Nights at Wario's. Ooh, another cutscene. Never mind. I thought that was a cutscene. Let me go to the menu really quick. Just to say one thing. Just to say that the music in Five Nights at Wario's... Who the heck is that? Who was that? There's somebody in the door. No, there was somebody there. You gotta... Who's that? I don't know, I've never seen them before. That's a little bit worrying. What am I gonna be up against? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I literally cannot make out what that is. But anyways, I came to the menu to say that the music in Five Nights at Wario's on the title screen is literally the second best music I've ever heard in a Five Nights at Freddy's fan game. The first place being Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese is rebooted, but this game has second place. I love the title screen music in this game. Okay, back to the game. Night 2. Night 2 in Five Nights at Wario's Deluxe. The best game ever made. I don't think the time moves when a phone call's ringing, so I'm just gonna listen.
I heard you did good last night. Well done, Richard. Remember, if you see anyone snooping around at night, you tell us about it, yeah? We don't want another uncomfortable incident, like... Anyway, I heard from a co-worker today that you had questions about this place and its past. Well, the original owner, Wario, you know, businessman, he was kind, yet he wasn't free of greed and stress. But honestly, who are, really? He was clever, and he had that boss-type personality, you know? It was him and his business partner, Waluigi, who started this factory and the Wario's brand as a whole. I don't know much about this Waluigi guy, aside from him being known as the sidekick, kind of, or as the less interesting one. But Waluigi is said to have been good with words. Charming, convincing, clever, but also insecure. Living in his friend's shadow, putting Wario in front of himself. You know, a people pleaser. That's how people described him. but also a people knower, apparently. He knew how to convince people, getting them to agree with him. That's probably why Wario chose him to be his business partner. The two of them made a good team, apparently. They started a cafe. That was the first thing, back in the 80s, you see, in the late 80s. Wario's Cafe, it was their first business, and that's also where this secret recipe of his found its footing and grew popular. They closed it off fairly quickly for unknown reasons, actually, and the two men began in the video game industry instead a few years later, in 1990, I think it was. WarioWare Incorporated. You might have heard of it. It was quite a spectacle, and the ideas and products from there were impressive, to say the least. However, people called the place haunted. Rumors has it that even Wario himself claimed the building felt off, and WarioWare actually partly burned down a few years later, unfortunately. It must have been an electrical fire, I guess, but that's when they were able to found their third establishment, which was this very fast food factory. I think it was a lifelong dream of Wario to build this factory, and finally it was up. And things were going well until, I told you the owner died. But that's not quite the entire story. He, Waluigi, along with 3 of their co-workers, completely disappeared one day. Gone. Nobody found them, heard from them, nothing. People had claimed to get strange vibes from the factory since day one, and the disappearance of these 5 didn't exactly lighten those rumors up. Some have even used the word cursed when describing this place. So what happened to them exactly, we don't know for sure. But I've talked long enough for tonight, Richard, I'm sorry. I just thought I would let you in more on the details of the past of your workplace, I'll let you get back to work, and I'll talk to you tomorrow night, yeah?
Okay. I like the phone calls, but I'm focused on who that character was on the title screen. That's all I can think about. I don't actually think they'll be part of this gameplay, but maybe. Because those 3 other co-workers that just died or went missing was Mario, Peach, and Luigi, because those are the other 3 that are in this game. But I don't know if you guys know who that person was on the title screen. Let me know, because I am very confused on who that could possibly be. I like that it kept the same type of sound effects from the first game. Like that weird wind blowing sound that it just made like 10 seconds ago. I'm gonna look around, see if there's anybody new. I've seen Wario, Waluigi, Wario and Waluigi so far. But maybe a new character could come in later this night. Or maybe it'll just be Wario and Waluigi on some harder difficulty. There he is, the big man himself, Wario. Is Wario even at the door? He's not! He went backwards, like I said earlier. They can go backwards now. I don't know, they probably could before, but like I said, that's not going to be a problem later nights, like 5:20. Luigi! Luigi just killed me. He just came out of nowhere. Game over. Cool title screen. Game over screen. But where did Luigi come from? I don't recall Luigi just popping up like, I don't know. That's just, where did he even come from? Because if he was at one of the doors, he went really, really quick. I don't know. Also, I do think I recall, even on 5:20 in the first game, the characters being able to move back away from the doors, because I think I remember another strategy is when they disappear from like cam 9, you check cam 8 just to check just to make sure that they didn't move backwards. So I don't think that's new. I don't know if the sound effects, like the footsteps that just made sound, I don't know if those are the exact same sound effects from the original, but I don't know, maybe I'm just going crazy, but they sound different. If that makes any sense at all. By the way, I might want to try to do something different, because Luigi just kind of popped up out of nowhere. Maybe he has audio cues, maybe he's invisible on the cameras. And if so, that's kind of insane for night 2, you think? Dude, Luigi, he's insane. I don't know what he does. Wow. Go to the menu. Is there any way to get some kind of hint on what he does? I see 5 sets of eyeballs in the background. Wow. Yo, this is crazy. I'm actually gonna end this here because I actually want to make. Usually when I do these fan games, I usually pump out like a bajillion nights in one video, but I kind of want to take a different road with this game. I want to take my time so I can get a lot of videos for this game because I love this game and I want to keep on playing it. But I also think it'd be better to do slightly shorter videos where I only do like 1 or 2 nights per video. Like I don't know how many nights I've beaten 5 Nights at Yoshi's when I was doing that, but I feel like I did a lot more than just one night, probably like 2 or 3, maybe 4 in one video. I don't know, but I want to take it a little bit slower on this game, and I want to see. Okay. I was seeing if there was some quiet screen, which I guess I could just turn the volume down to do the outro on. 60 is good. So, yeah, that will be the end of this video. Comment if you know who this guy is in the doorway. Also, comment if you're excited to see more 5 Nights at Wario's Deluxe. And you know I am. Even if you guys hate this franchise, even if you hate this game, even if you hate that I'm playing this game, I will play it on this channel no matter what, because I love it so much. So yeah, subscribe if you have not. I suck at outros. Goodbye.